All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Let's go ahead and get into today's watch list. And let's go ahead and dive into today. Give me 1 second. I am going to share my stream with Alpha Day Trading. There it is. All right, let's go ahead and jump into today's watch list. Now, the first one that I want to watch is BCAN. BCAN is my top stock to watch out of the gate. It is very risky. It moves very quickly. So if you are looking to trade this alongside me, I don't suggest that you trade with me. I do not suggest that you take any of my trades. This is my strategy, my account. Make your own trades, make your own decision, and you guys are in 100% control of your financial well-being. Do not copy trade me, do not copy trade anybody, but develop your own strategy for you to be successful. That is the only way that you're going to make it in the market. TMC, the metal company, what do you think about it? Let's look at TMC. A lot of volume yesterday. I like that. This could be setting up for a moving average squeeze on the daily. We have to wait a little bit more. We have the 50 SMA at 93 cents and the 200 SMA at $1.52. I would like to see this kind of squeeze for a little bit and then eventually break that 200 SMA to come back and test these highs at 160, $2, and eventually even $2.60 and $3 potentially on TMC. And I'm not saying it's going to hit that. I'm saying those are the key levels. So again, with BCAN, why is this moving? This is moving because they announced a signed purchase agreement to acquire 100% ownership of a company of $28 million in stock. So that's absolutely absurd. They closed yesterday at $4.17, hitting a high today of $25, sitting around $19 at the moment. I'm looking for a nice pullback, and I'm going to look to enter on this pullback, most likely around $17. Looking for that pushback up to $20 and eventually even $22. But you have to be careful, BCAN, because people will be taking profits out of the gate. People are holding. They will definitely be taking profits. So BCAN is one of the top stocks to watch out of the gate. Watch for the pullback off 17 and then see that push higher. We also have SONN. SONN, this was a stock split, but this thing has been moving. It opened up at like 280, hit a high of 380, and now it's sitting at 230. So this thing is moving, even though it was just a stock split. Usually stock splits or acquisitions, they usually stay flat. But what's surprising is that during pre-market, we actually get some movement. We're actually moving around. So I'm going to keep this on a watch. Again, it's not the top stock on my watch list, but I definitely do like it. SNTI is moving. Not really seeing any news. This thing hit a high of $3. It's kind of just staying stagnant at the moment. We're just going to be waiting patiently and seeing what happens here at SNTI. PL moving up steadily. Let's see it hold this 394 level. Let's see it hold this previous high for the possible continuation squeeze over 420, eventually even to 450. We have FOXO. This was a new IPO, hit a new all-time high in pre-market, and now it's pulling back down to 483, back almost down to where it closed yesterday. I would expect to see a bounce off $4 off the low of yesterday. We have KNBE. KNB is moving up very choppy, kind of pushing up into this 2250 area, getting rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times, dumping on off. So what are we going to expect from this? I do think we could see a pullback down to VWAP, but this is not my top stock. My top stock is BCAN. BCAN is my top stock. This thing is risky. If you're looking to take it, risk very, very low size because it can move so fast. Now, if it moves fast and you know, let's say your stop loss is at 8, you normally risk around 20-30 cents per trade. Okay, that's your normal size, 20-30 cents. But with this one, you can't really time the bottom that well because of how volatile it is. Literally, right now it's at 1830. Your stops could be all the way back down at 1660 or below 1640, maybe almost $2 away. So if it's $2 away, you have to risk $2. You have to find out what your max loss is. Let's say your max loss is 30 bucks. So if you're risking $2, the max amount of shares you can take on this trade is $15, because if it goes in your direction, you're going to make $15 a share. If it goes not in your direction, hits your stop loss, you're going to be down $30, and that was your original loss number that you wanted to take. So it doesn't really matter. Everything matters really in this market. Everything you do, everything that you have to really understand. And just, I don't really know how to really explain my thoughts right now, but let me get a little bit more caffeine and I might be able to explain it a little bit better. As always, guys, everything is random, so you have to stay consistent in the market. Never risk more than 3%. It's okay not to trade. Cash is a position. Always use a hard stop. Now, when I say never risk more than 3%, I don't mean never take a trade that has more than 3% stop loss. You could take a trade that's 6% stop loss, but you just cut your position size in half, so you only lose 3%. Always use a hard stop. I will always have 3 reasons to jump into any given trade. I will have consistent position sizing. You will have losing streaks. Trading is a business. Take every trade seriously and in line with your strategy because it's going in your log book, and only trade strong trends. So honestly, what I'm looking for from BCAN, what I'm thinking is that there's going to be a lot of profit taking. But I do believe that we are going to see that squeeze at market open. See the quick squeeze, the quick spike up. People are getting excited. People are FOMOing in. People are buying because this thing's absolutely ripping. And then we see it pull on back. A good entry off 17 would have been perfect. We'll see if it actually is going to hold here. I like this decreasing volume. I definitely think we could see a push back up to 20 before market open. But we're going to see what we can do here. There's off. We're now below $17. I'm not looking to buy it right now. This could be a great opportunity to jump in, but I want to see actual confirmation that there are buyers here, and I don't just want to be buying a falling knife. We have decreasing volume on the 5-minute. On the 15-minute and 10-minute, we have a nice pullback into a previous high. We see this previous high here. We're pulling back into VWAP. Now we're starting to see some volume on a doji candle come off of VWAP. That would have been a great entry off $17, off $16. But I wasn't able to get there. Now we're starting to see increasing volume in this candle. We have 7 seconds left. Let's see what happens. This is at $17. I don't want to see this thing continue to dump on off. That's not something I want to see. If we see it wash out below $16.50 and then squeeze back up and have a nice soaker candle below VWAP, I might be looking to jump in and take this for the move higher. This is a very risky stock. Once I'm in profit, or if I take this and it goes in my direction immediately, I'm moving my stock to break even because this thing moves quick. You can lose $1. This on 1 minute, this candle ripped up from 16.30 all the way up to 18.87, almost 3 points in a minute. That's crazy. All right, let's see if the buyers are starting to step in here off $17. We're going to have to just play patient and see what happens here. All right, here we go. We're at $17. Let's see a nice washout below these lows and then a nice soaker candle. I'm gonna look to take this for a nice trade. I'm not trying to time the bottom necessarily, but we are getting more increasing volume on this candle. On the 5-minute candle, we have 20 seconds left. So I'm a little bit nervous about that. So I would like to see a nice push up to like probably 18, but we have 10 seconds left in this candle, so I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. So it's not going to look the best on the 5-minute, which is okay. That means just we're going to be a little bit more patient and wait until we see the right opportunity. We have KNBE pulling back now, back down to 22, like we were saying, getting rejected off that 2250. We're most likely just going to continue to pull back. We're about to see this continue to drop on off. There's a nice wick below. We start to see some volume and start to push higher. I'm going to have to jump into this play. Looking for this bounce off VWAP and a nice retracement, but we're not. We're now below 1650. We're now below 1630. Now let's see if we can get a nice soaker candle here. Let's see if we can get a nice soaker candle. We have 15 seconds left on this candle. Let's see if we can get a very nice soaker candle off this support level. That's exactly what I'd like to see. Let's see it close. There's 1660. Just being patient here. I don't want to see it continue to dump on off like it is right now, because we saw this soaker candle, but it just never. This is why doji candles are never a good option, because look at this. Doji candle on increasing volume, off VWAP, and it still dumps on down to the downside. So you gotta always be patient. You can't use doji candles to determine whether you're going to jump in or not. You can be one of the factors why you're looking at a trade, but it can't be the only reason. What's up, Joey? Good morning. How are you doing today? I hope you are having a wonderful day. I hope we all turn out a profit in the market, and hopefully all just pull home some money. That's the goal, and I think we can definitely do that. And wow, look at BCAN. Just absolutely just dumping on off, even after that soaker candle. Was looking for it, but I really didn't see that buying pressure after it. So I wanted to just play it safe, play it smart, and not really do anything. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Let's go ahead and look at a few other stocks on our scanners. We have TRKA. TRKA, very choppy, not a huge fan. ALLK, not a huge fan. Vion, not a huge fan. AUMN, not a huge fan. TLSA, not a huge fan. Choppy. So right now I'm sticking to the watch list that I have. You can see the watch list here. The watch list that I've been kind of diving into. These are the ones that have news and I have been moving. So at the moment I am watching BCAN. It is a very volatile stock, so you got to be very careful here. I'm not too sure. It doesn't tell me the halt level until market opens, so we will see what happens, and if it's going to get halted to the upside, I am definitely going to look to take this. Very, very small size. I want to see that buying pressure, and we will see what happens. I do think we could possibly see a washout long with a nice quick spike, but I'm not too sure if I'm ready to take that. On the flip side, Netflix daily chart is setting a nice cup and handle look. All right, we're at 15.12, 15.19, so we'll see what happens. We have 1 minute left, and then we are live. The market is live. these halts and breakout scanners should be live as soon as market opens. So we have 40 seconds left. Let's see what happens here. BCAN, I'm going to be patient just because over the past 20 minutes or so, we've just been going down with absolutely no buyers whatsoever. Neither VWAP at the previous high. So this is telling me that people aren't looking to buy this at the moment. People aren't looking to buy this. People know that they're going to take their profits. People don't want to hold this. They don't want to get stuck holding the bag. Now there's a lot of fear in the market. People are just selling because, oh, broke below VWAP. Oh, I'm going to buy at the break of the at the retest of the previous high. It just continues to go down. People are getting fearful. And we are live. Watch at 15. I bet if you bought right here, you would make a lot of money, but I'm not going to. 15, there's 50 cents, there's 60 cents a share. There's $1 a share. Watch out for the washout long. Nice off 14. Might be able to catch back up to 16. I'm being very, very patient today. Halt of the upside 16.25. If it looks to start getting halted, I'm going to jump in. Excuse me. If it breaks over 16.25, I'm going to look to jump in on this play for the halt to the upside. I'm not going to jump in unless I see the level 2 start to stack. That's giving me a good indication that we are going to continue. Halt of the upside now 16.83, 89. A little bit too much for me. So I'm playing it patient, not really doing anything. BCAN, breakout massive volume. Trade smart today, team. Hey, yes, sir. You as well, Corey. As always, make those profits small and consistent. They don't have to be the home run winners. Gold, sir. I don't trade gold. I trade equities that have a lot of momentum and a lot of action. We have KNBE starting to get maybe a washout long. Nice push higher. It's not really moving. That's 50 cents, but 50 cents on a $20 stock is okay. Now we're starting to get that squeeze. Hull of the upsides at 16.80, 89. This thing just keeps getting hammered. People profit taking. People are taking profits at VWAP. Anything over VWAP, people are going to be thinking VWAP's a good indication. If you sell above VWAP, you made money. If you sell above VWAP, that's considered good. If you sell below VWAP, that is not good. Because if it's below VWAP, it's below average. So you want to buy below VWAP and sell above VWAP. That's really ideally what you should do. And there's this dump on off down to 15, broke 15. Let's see if we break the high. There's that. We're most likely going to get halted to the downside. Halt over to the downside is 14.10. We hit 14.30. Let's see it push down into 14. Let's see it push down. Now we should be getting halted. Watch that level 2. Watch the ass. They shouldn't be getting filled. People are trying to sell, trying to get out. We're starting to get those orders starting to come in. They're starting to get stacked, starting not to get filled. It's not as it's still rolling as much. There's not a lot of sellers here. Not more than it should be more. There it is. It's halted. Halted the downside at 13.96. That's what we want to be careful of. And glad I did not jump into that play. SNTI looks pretty good. Possibly get a nice break over VWAP. Room up to 245. We'll see what happens here. But at the moment, I'm not really a huge fan of anything. Just kind of sitting on my hands, waiting for the best opportunity. It's a BCAN halted to the upside, halted to the downside. BWEN. Not a huge fan. SONM, not a huge fan. Could bounce off $2. SNTI, ripping up, but I want to be a little bit more patient here. SNTI, room up to 245. I think we could see this thing absolutely move. So let's see if we can get some action here. Yeah, BCAN is halted down, so I do think we're going to see more room to the downside. SNTI broke above the high, pulled back. Now, this is kind of giving me market maker move. I don't know. We just push above the high, pull back. Let's see if we can get a nice pullback before we continue and squeeze and break that 230. We bounced right off this trend line on the 15-minute. We can see here, we bounced right off. We're getting a nice squeeze. So let's see if we can, S&TI can get some action and continue to push higher. But I want to be a little bit more patient and wait to see that confirmation of that there's no sellers, or there's not a lot of sellers. BCAN was halted at 9:32.44. We're going to be live at 9:37.44. So we have around 3 minutes left, and I do think we're going to gap lower. We have a bid at 18 and ask at 11. So we'll see if any closer to this halt open, if these orders will change to actually get a more understanding of possibly if it could reverse. Maybe we could do a reverse halt strategy. Boom. What is that soaker candle washing everybody out? I love it. Let's see if we can get in here. I like this. I like this low wick. I want to see this squeeze over and squeeze through VWAP. Jumped in really early there at 2:28. Should have jumped in at 2:25. Unfortunate, but let's see if we can get this nice push. I like that. Like that candle. There's 2:30. That was just a retest. Let's see what happens. Let's see this thing push up to 240. I want to see this thing push up to 240. Look to jump in. Might have to flatten it here. Gonna sell 50 there. All over the upside's 260, 268. Let's see this thing continue to squeeze. I want to see this thing squeeze all the way up to 245. I'm gonna go sell another there. I have 250 shares left. I'm gonna hold this a little bit longer. Let's see this thing squeeze. I'm going to sell on the push higher. Pulling back a lot, but I do think that was just a retest of this area. Now let's see this squeeze up to 245. Break over 245. We have room up to 260 and 280. Let's see this thing push. I have 250 shares left. I want to see this thing continue to squeeze. I expect it to get rejected at 245, and then I want to see this thing break over 245. I like this retest of VWAP and this previous high. I want to see this next candle continue to get this squeeze higher. Nice decreasing volume on the pullback, but it's just too strong. It looks like the buying pressure is just too, or the selling pressure is just too strong. Let's see if we can get a bounce here. Can we get that bounce? No, we cannot. If we break over the high a day, my stop's going to break even. I don't really like this. Not a huge fan. I like this decreasing volume, but I want to see this continue to push higher. Now we're starting to see that buying pressure off VWAP. We better start seeing that candle close pretty good. And I want to see this momentum continue. 33, let's see it break over the high. See it break over the high. I have 250 shares left. I'm going to sell some at... We're not seeing that buy. I didn't like it. Oh, and if it's going to continue to break, I got too nervous and sold everything there. I should have waited because this is going to break. Unfortunate. I'll take $19 on that trade. Not the best executed, but definitely was able to get some money out of it, which is okay. I like that. I was able to scalp almost 10 cents, but nothing crazy. And we should start to see this thing squeeze higher. We don't want to see it close below 235. If it closes below 235, that's not going to be good for the price action, but it looks like it's going to continue to squeeze, and I just didn't want to wait. I could have made a little bit more money, but just got a little bit too greedy. So unfortunate. We're starting to get that volume. Let's see if this thing pushes and squeezes past 230. Or 245. Let's see if this thing squeezes past 235. I had no reason to sell there besides just fear. I could have had my stops at above break even and waited, let it plan out, but I was a little bit nervous. So we could have this pullback on the 5 minute. It looks pretty good. We could get a really big squeeze to the upside. So we got that push back down into 233. Now let's see if this can really start to pick on up and break over 240. We have 160 lots at 138. He's starting to get taken out. Watch that. There he is. He's starting to get taken out at 138. Watch the squeeze over 240. 138. I think that seller's still there. Let's see at 138. Let's see that seller come back and get taken out, and that we know that market pressure is actually stronger than the selling wall. 238, there's those orders. Still getting hammered. I mean, if we break through that area, we're going to see a lot of action to the upside. $148, there's that order. Watch him start to get taken out. He's not getting taken out, just getting rejected. BCAN still halted. This looks like a 10-minute halt. We're going to be live in around a minute at 9:42:44. And here's the squeeze over 338. Watch those orders start to get filled. There, it's starting to get filled, and we saw that squeeze. We're going to see that squeeze up to 240, possibly. All right, we could see BCAN get unhalted here in 30 seconds. So that's going to be my top stock. Even though it did gap down, I do think we could possibly see it move on higher. BCAN is going to be live here in 20 seconds. FOXO halted to the downside. Ooh, same with BCAN. So let's see what happens here. BCAN is going to be live here in 10 seconds. Not going to be looking to buy. Not going to be looking to buy at all. Just kind of sitting and waiting. Whoa, way down. Call level down is 1176. Call level down is 1145 now. Could this thing rip up to 14? Possibly. Could it rip down to 11? Possibly. Starting to get some more action to the downside. All of the down's 1130. We're coming into possibly another halt. Watch these orders. Are they starting to stack? Yes, they are. Let's see them continue to stack. And we're most likely going to get halted to the downside again. So watch out for that stack. And not a lot of stacking here, but we are halted. So halt down. What about SONN? SONN, not liking it. SNTI. We see that push now up to 243, 236. Watch for this false move and a break below VWAP. What about KNBE? Not a huge fan of the movement. SNTI, I do like. Watch for the break of 40, 240. I really like this volume. I think we could see this thing squeeze up to 280. Let's see it pull back just slightly to 236. Not a huge fan. I mean, yeah, we did get good momentum on the 1 minute, but 5 minute doesn't look super good. Yeah, BCAN halted again to the downside. FOXO halted to the downside. KNBE. Not a huge fan. SNTI back up at 40, hit 45. Let's see it break over 45. Not a huge fan of this price action on the 5 minute. 15 minute looks good. We're kind of building an ascending triangle that we're breaking out to the upside over this area. And then we possibly have room up to 250. And then, oh yeah, we definitely do if we break over this. Then we have room up to 280, which is the next target. We have the highest volume on the day on this candle, which is what I like to see. I want to see a pullback with a higher low, and that's what we saw there, but I want to see a more of a 5 minute pullback down, maybe 10-15 minutes worth of a pullback before continuing low, before continuing higher. WBEV. Oh. Here's this pullback. Yep, it's just it could be an ascending triangle. Let me go ahead and adjust this a little. Let's see if we can get this pullback. Good morning, Kamal. How you doing? Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream. I don't know if you are welcome to the Alpha Trading. BCAN was halted at 9:44.06. We're going to be live at 9:49.06. I want to see some buying pressure. We're not really going to see it, I don't think, just because of the amount that it's gapped up. We're starting to see PRPL. PRPL, let's see what we can do. Not a huge fan of PRPL, but I mean, it is starting to get some action. Oh, excuse me. SNTI. Let's see it get hammered. Very light volume. But we're not getting hammered. We're just pulling. But there it is. Now we're starting to see that pullback. Nice double top. But if this candle flips bearish, we're going to see a lot of sellers. FOXO. Doji candle in the 5 minute. BCAN going to be live here in 6 seconds. Let's see what happens here. Right at 11. got to be careful. You don't want to get caught holding this. Halt level up is 1188. 1188 is the halt level up. Halt level down is 1032. Halt level up's 1240 now. The RPL at $4. SONM, not a huge fan. SNTI. A lot of wicks, a lot of upper wicks. Watch for the pullback. Beacon at 1225, 1240 is the halt level. $12.48 is the halt level. Let's see this thing get halted to the upside. That would be good. I don't think I'm going to jump in for anticipation of the halt just because of the stock. Let's see it halt to the upside and then see a nice squeeze. Halt level is 1278. Just needs to move up just a little bit more before we get unhalted or before we get halted. $12.85 is the new halt level. We might start to get halted here. Watch the bids. Watch the bids. $12.89 is now the halt level, so it is below around 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents now. Let's see if it starts to get some action. Halt level is 1294. Halt level is 1294. If this, let's see the buyers push this up past 13, and we're going to definitely get halted. $13.08 is the new halt level. It just keeps rising. There's the pullback that I was looking for, a little bit faster than what I was expecting from SNTI, but looks like we're going to pull back more. Halt level down is 1084. Halt level up is 1315. Break over 13. We're gonna see it squeeze up to 13.17, and we'll see if the buyers are looking to take it. But it looks like we're getting rejected off 13. So halt level down is 1084. Starting to see PRPL get some action. What's the SPY doing? Nice bullish action on the SPY. We have the gap to fill. But what I really don't want to see is a push above this high and get rejected and then continue to pull back. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. BCAN at 12.25. Let's see break 13. What do you think a good entry on the SPY is? Are you looking to go long or short? How long are you looking to take this trade? How much money are you willing to invest? What's your risk management? How much are you willing to lose? The entry is on you, not on me. Right now, there's not a good entry on the SPY because I'm not looking at it. For me, that's for my strategy. I'm not looking at the SPY at the moment. So I can't tell you if it's a good entry or not. You have to define what a good entry is for your strategy. Don't listen to anybody on TikTok or YouTube. The education is there. I will answer any questions you have, but I will not tell you what a good entry is. You should not rely on anybody else to give you buy and sell alerts. You should be able to just trade, understand price action or whatever it is, whatever strategy that you like. Just go hard at it until you understand it. Watch for the squeeze over 13. Squeeze over 13, we're most likely going to squeeze up to 1360 and get halted. So we'll see what happens if we can actually break above and come fill this gap at 1389. Very risky to be buying right now. Let's see that squeeze over 13. See the squeeze over 13. Starting to get that push. Watch the level 2 when we get close to 13. We're at 1290. Ask is at 1290. Right now the spread is 20 cents. That's a lot. Spread is 20 cents. That is a lot. This thing moves quick. This thing moves fast. You gotta be very careful. KNBE. Could be a flag, but again, look, we only have 50 cents to the upside on this stock, so I'm not a huge fan. There's the dump on off from BCAN. Haul level down is 1130. We're most likely going to get halted to the downside. Watch those orders start to stack. Here they come. Maybe not. Maybe we won't get halted. Oh, maybe we will, but the orders aren't there. There's not a lot of people. Oh, now they're coming. Now the orders are coming. Watch it get halted. There it is. FIII or PIII. Not a huge fan. Let's go ahead and look through our Watchlist scanners. WebV or WBEV. And we have ALLK, ICCM, TLSA, TRKA, EFISH, whatever it is, SBIG, RMO. Not a huge fan of sticking with the stocks that I have on my watch list. Volume from BCAN looks terrible. Yeah, it's not the best. Starting to get rejected again, KNBE. I think this is room up to 260. I think this is room up to 260. Once I start seeing that buying pressure really take on off, I'm gonna look to jump in. We had a good amount of buying pressure take over this. Now we're seeing a decreasing volume pullback. Let's see if we can break this downtrend and continue to squeeze. But I really have to see volume. We have a nice indecision candle on the 15-minute chart. That has 10 seconds left. I do think we could see this squeeze on up to 260 after, maybe even 275, 280. Very nice decreasing volume. See a nice washout. Could have a small inverse head and shoulders. Not a huge fan though. It's not the cleanest setup. S&TI pulling back hard. BCAN's going to be unhalted at 10:01:59, so we have 10 seconds left. Let's see if this thing gets unhalted pretty well. And we should be live. Might be a 10-minute halt though. Nope, we're live. Opened up slightly lower. Low a days at 10:56. There, new low a day. Hollow down's 990. We have a whole, I don't even know, Holo halted down. Okay. This is a new IPO. This thing can move very quickly. Let's go. I'm going to keep it on a back burner, just watching it. I'm going to identify the highs and the lows for the open. This thing just IPO'd. So we're going to keep, we are going to trade Holo in for SONM so I can see it on my watch list. Holo. Halted down. Maybe we'll get some action to the upside. I like this thing is moving quick. BCAN, new low, broke it, did not get halted to the downside. We'll see if we can start getting some action and pushing up higher. It's the S&TI, dumping on off. PRPL, not a huge fan. FOXO, not a huge fan. KNVE, not a huge fan. Holo will be live at 10:07:02. Let's see what BCAN can do. All level down's 10 or 930. Holo should be live here in 20 seconds. What's up, Buttercup? How you doing, my man? Welcome to the stream. We're gonna have a wonderful day. We're about to see HOLO get unhalted. It was halted to the downside, but this thing is moving new IPO today with a high of 35 and a low of 20 bucks. Let's see if this thing can start to turn around. And it should have been unhalted, but it looks like it's going to be a 10-minute halt for HOLO. BCAN, not a huge fan. I want to see this thing really take back $12 and possibly $13 before I even look to get into this. This thing absolutely skyrocketed. We closed yesterday at $4.12, open today at $15. That's 263%. If you didn't think there was profit taking coming, then you were in the wrong industry. You got to know there's when things gap up with, yes, they had great news, but it was gapping up almost 300%. If I'm holding this before this gap up, I'm definitely selling at market open. I don't know about you, but that's how it's happening, and that's what I would be looking for. I'm not really seeing anything else on our watch list. I would say that PRPL has some action, could be a flag to squeeze past that pre-market high at 418, possibly up to 440, 450. We could see HOLO. Oh, it unhalted. It's unhalted. What a let's see this move break above 23.13. Break above 23.13. We could see this thing start to get some action here. Break to the upside. Where there's the break higher. The halt, I can't see the halt level. This thing's moving so fast, so we're only gonna have to rely on the level 2. But it's so risky at the moment that I'm not even gonna think about taking it. We could be off a double bottom, but I want to be sure. I want to be more confident in my trade. I'm not just going to buy this because of what it's halted once, twice, 3 times already. So 4 times, excuse me. So if you just got to play it patient. I don't know where the halt level is. We do have some good buying pressure pushing this up, the 3rd highest candle on the day, but I want to get that confirmation that this is going to continue to move. If this doesn't continue to move, then I'm not going to touch it. BCAN still dumping on off. We have increasing volume on a doji candle, so we could possibly see this move higher. We could have some RSI divergence on the 5-minute, on the 1 minute. But other than that, I mean, I'm not really too sure. What's going on with the SPY? Corey's QQQ testing VWAP. I was afraid that we were going to see a break over Friday's high today and then get washed out and continue to pull back. Oh, excuse me. Now let's see, HOLO. Let's see, get some action. Now we have the highest volume on the day, but it's not really, it's indecision candle. So again, be cautious if you're looking to trade this. Be very, very mindful of this thing can move $2, $3, $4 in 1 minute. So if you are thinking about taking a trade, you could have a pretty decent stop, but you want to always manage your risk. And we have PRPL starting to rip on up, starting to break those highs, starting to get some action on the 5-minute. and 1 minute. I think this could squeeze up to 442, 444. So we'll see. We did break over that high. Hopefully we don't get rejected here and continue to pull back. That's not what I want to see. So, and that's looks like what's happening. We had increasing volume, broke over this previous high, and now are pulling back. So, and you could have seen this on the 10-minute where we had a doji candle, but you know, that's why I like multi-time frame analysis. HOLO down at $20, a new low a day. Let's see if it gets some action. Let's see if it can continue to pull and break higher. Not a huge fan of HOLO. We're now 1950, so be a little bit more careful. We have increasing volume on BCAN. I think we could fill the gap at 1127. Whoa, sorry there. There's $11 you probably could catch. Right now the spread is 10 cents away, 25 cents away. That's a big spread. Gotta be careful there. RSI is low. Let's see if we can get a nice bounce. We are pulling back into this area. Sup, tall, cool one. How you doing, my man? Welcome to the stream. We have S&TI starting to get a bounce off this trend line. Let's see if we can get some action and break higher. Again, I'm not a huge fan of downtrend breaks, and Josh has explained this as well, is the downtrend, if it's too steep, it doesn't work out as well. I'm not a huge fan of it. Now we're getting some action to the upside, but the volume's very weak. So that's, to me, is saying that this move higher is not confirmed. So I'm really not going to do anything. We have BCAN. Haul level down is $1 away at $8.90. So that's pretty good if you're looking to have your stops and not want to get caught in the haul level ups at 1084. I like this double bottom potentially. We do have to fill the gap at 1127. So sorry about that. Someone gave me a call. Olo is halted. HOLO halted. S&TI possibly starting to get some action, but it's not as much as I would like. This does look like it could just be building up to break lower below this area, even though we did have pretty high volume on this doji candle. I do think we still have more room lower. So I'm going to be patient and just see what's going on. We have HOLO halted to the downside. Unfortunate 1930. S&TI starting to break higher, break this downtrend, but we'll see what happens if this momentum can continue. FOXO, new low a day. ERPL broke below VWAP, and that was a result of this false breakout over the previous high. KNBE starting to break through VWAP again, but this thing is not moving fast enough for me. We have BCAN. This thing is not halted, but it's trying to find a bottom, so we'll see if this can actually continue. What's up? So let's see if we can break over 10 bucks here on, KNBE. KNB starting to get a lot of volume to the upside. Not a lot of volume, a lot of price action to the upside. All level up is $30 or $24. So we are most likely not going to hit that. That is super high. $24, but this thing squeezes up to $24. I would be surprised. S&TI. BCAN halted to the downside again. This thing's very risky. HOLO halted to the downside again. This will be live at 10/17/05. What's the SPY doing? Pushing up into this area. Let's see if the SPY is going to get rejected at these highs and the 200 SMA on the 15-minute. Light decreasing volume. I do think we could see this thing start to dump on off and pull back. Again, why would I think that? Let's look at the hourly here. Hourly, we're bouncing off the 50 SMA. I do think we have room to pull back to around 384. 384, that's around $1 away. Nothing crazy, but definitely think it has the possibility. There's the low at 384. Break lower, we're coming down to 383 on the SPY. So let's see what happens here and see if we can get some action. HOLO is going to be live here in around 2 minutes or a minute and a half. FOXL, could we see this thing start to move on up? We did make a new low. We'll see. HOLO halted and BCAN halted. So we'll really see what's happening and really we have two stocks that are absolutely moving upwards and downwards. Ugh. Both moving down. I don't even know why I'm yawning. I have an energy drink right here, C4 Energy. It has 200 milligrams of caffeine and it has beta alanine. That's the stuff that makes you tingle. So when does BCAN open back up? BCAN will open back up. So a good way to know is look at the times and sales and find when the last order was placed. So in this case, it was 10:13:58. So you just add 5 minutes. So 10:18:58. And then if it doesn't open up then it's a 10-minute halt. Then you add 10 minutes to the original time. HOLO on halted and it gapped up. Is crypto moving up? I thought we were on our way down to 12K. I'm not looking at crypto at the moment. I'm trading stocks. But crypto definitely has room to fall. I mean, V halted, VEEE halted the downside, unfortunate. BCAN should be live here in 30 seconds. Ten seconds for BCAN. And we should be live. We gapped down just slightly. The spread is 70 cents, 50 cents. KNVE now below VWAP. SNTI starting to break the downtrend, starting to move on up and continue to squeeze. Let's see if this momentum can take us through the high day. BCAN at 21, 1975. BCAN at a new high. New high. It's above the halt level, excuse me. I think we have room up to $11, possibly $13 to come retest. There's a gap to be filled at 11.23. We're seeing very light volume on holo. Let's see if we wick below and then get a soaker candle. If we get a soaker candle, I might look to jump in. SNTI, there's a beautiful retest. There was a beautiful retest. Over this area, we've room up to 260 and eventually even 280 to $3. This is a nice ascending triangle on the 15-minute. Very light volume on the 10-minute and 15-minute. Very light decreasing volume. Now we're starting to see that rejection candle. BCAN halt. Oh, looks like we're about to get halted to the downside again. Halt. So there it is, halted down again. BCAN just selling, selling, selling. I'm watching holo now. Let's see if we can reclaim VWAP and retest 27. If we could retest 27, that would be ideal. WEBV halted. WBEV, excuse me. Woo! WBEV running. This is halted at 10:18:49. We're going to be live at 10:23:49. We're a minute away from being unhalted. We are a minute away from being unhalted. We see holo is pulling back. Holo is pulling back into this area. Let's see if this is a soaker candle. If this is a soaker candle, I might look to, it's not a soaker candle, more room to the downside, so be careful here. WebBEV is a stock that I want to watch. We should be live here in around, let's see, look to take around 600 shares in this play. We should be live here in around 20 seconds. Ten seconds. And we should be live now. We're not live. We are not live. Maybe a 10-minute halt? I'm not too sure. Not really too sure. Holo starting to get some action, starting to get a nice doji candle. Let's see if this thing wants to continue to pull on up. I like this double bottom, increasing volume on a doji candle. Let's see if this thing wants to push up to VWAP. VWAP right now is at 2280, so around 3 points away. 2 points away, excuse me. WEB went live, opened up, closed below the halt level, and now we're continuing to squeeze. Thank you for that. That was weird that it opened up super late. Halt level up is 137. 137 is the halt level to the upside. I might look to jump in if we continue to see this thing get halted. If we see those orders starting to get filled, those orders starting to not get filled, excuse me, actually. It's at 140 is the new halt level. I'm watching that in Holo. I really like Holo. I do like this. I like these wicks. I think we could possibly see this thing start to turn around, start to run here. Web V dumping on off. 127. See what happens here. I like these wicks to the downside. I want to see this candle close, and I want to see this thing move on up. I want to see a nice squeeze over this high over 2190, 2140, possibly retest VWAP, and then eventually this thing just wants to continue to go down. If we break below $18, we're going to see this thing absolutely dump. Web live, halt level up is 142. 142 is the new halt level. Let's see if we can jump in. If we do jump in for the halt, we will see. No, it's dumping on off. Halt level down is 114. Let's see it not break below 18. Let's see it not break below 18. We have a buyer at 18. He's starting to get taken out. Watch for the flush below 18. There's the flush. We have bids at 1750. Polo halted down. B-can halted to the upside. B-can halted to the upside. I like that. I like it. Let's see if this momentum continues on B-can. Let's see the SPY break above. Let's go to charts, flexible grid. Let's go to monitor, trade. We'll look for some puts. We'll go with September 27th. We're going to go with some puts. Let's see, Delta, 147, 30. We'll go ahead and go for this one, send a yellow. Looking for puts. Now, if we really start to see the SPY start to give us some selling signals, I would be looking for some puts. I like that theoretical option price. If this thing starts to pull back, I do think we could see it move all the way up to $4.75, $5 again. We also have some resistance at $4.30 on this option price contract. We are seeing some, I guess we're not really seeing divergence. We have the same low on the theoretical options price with it making a higher low on the actual price. So we have a nice trend line here. Break above this trend line. I do think we're going to see this thing rip on up today. Very light volume, decreasing volume, about to hit into the 50 SMA. Let's see this thing start. Let's see this on the 5 minute start to push on higher. on the 1 minute, excuse me. Let's go and change this to boom, apply, and then let's go zoom, 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 zoom. Let's see, break over the high and get rejected. Break over the high and then get rejected. Then we're looking to take a put. We got rejected off that candle. We're starting to see some bullish action. We definitely have room to pull back almost 2 points. Almost 2 points. Let's see this doji candle squeeze higher and then get rejected. I like to see that. I like to see the squeeze higher. Good volume on the push. Very good volume on the push. We get some bearish action here. I might look to jump in for the we are getting some bearish action. I'm not so confident. I mean, we are pushing up into this area. We have plenty of reasons to be pulling back. Polo halted to the downside. There would have been a nice entry. You could have made already 20, 30 bucks. But look at this. Now we're starting to get that buying pressure and push us continually higher. It might be a day for small position for quick profits. We'll see strength one way or another. Don't chase anything. Going to be really easy to get chopped out. It definitely will be. There's that action to the downside off the SPY. Nice double top. There's a beautiful double top with good volume to the downside. Whoa, what the fuck? Why'd I get filled so high? I got filled 10 points above where it was, which is fine. I mean, I still think it's going to pull back, but that's really unfortunate. I like that break over the high and pull back below. I want to see this candle flip bearish. I'm not really seeing that. I'm in at 424. Let's see this thing continue. Breaking higher. Not a huge fan. Very light decreasing volume. Let's see this thing pull back. Yep, I like that candle. I want to see it start to pull back. Let's see it continue to pull back. Yep, let's see this candle continue to pull on back. Not a huge fan of this. Very light decreasing volume to the upside. We could see this thing squeeze. That's what I was afraid of. And at 224. Break over the high and get rejected. Break over the high and get rejected. This trend is very weak to the upside. It's going to continue to pull. It's going to continue to move on up. I should have sold. Was entering here, got filled pretty hard. Let's see it pull on back. Holding this a little bit too long, but you know, I do think we have room higher, up to 4. I don't want to take a huge loss. I don't want to take a $20 loss or whatever this is. But let's see it start to pull back, and it just wants to continue to push higher. Even though we have very light volume coming into the 200 SMA on the 15-minute, breaking over yesterday's high. Let's see it get slammed down and rejected over yesterday's high. See it start to get rejected here. Let's see it close below. I want to see the 5-minute candle close below 386. But we are breaking higher. We just want to... Shit. Starting to get some volume on the break of this ascending triangle, I would say. Didn't really see it, but it is still moving up and continuing to squeeze higher. So let's see it start to get rejected. Let's see that volume really start to... I mean, it's still squeezing higher, breaking above. If it doesn't start to get rejected here soon, I'm going to have to look to cut this. So starting to get rejected, but very light volume. Let's see if this can pull back and continue to dump on off. Web V halted to the upside. We're getting increasing volume on this candle. I want to see this continue to pull on off and close below 386. Yeah, I see that too, Corey, as well. I do think we could see this thing pull on off. Entered in just a little bit too quick. B-can. Getting some action to the upside now. Never mind. Holo still moving back. We had a lot of volume in this candle on Holo. A lot of volume. $26.30. Let's see this thing pull on back. Down around 40 bucks. Nothing crazy. I should have cut it. We're getting that volume, but SNTI looks like we could break the previous high and continue to squeeze, but WBEV unhalted, hit a high of 150. Let's see the SPY continue to pull on back. Not liking that candle, that soaker possibly could squeeze higher, but it is pretty overextended. There's the squeeze higher. You can see this thing start to pull back, SMTL. That's the candle I wanted to see. That is the candle I wanted to see. Let's see this thing start to pull on back. That's the exact candle I want to see. I want to see it close like that. I want to see it close bearish. Not seeing that. I wanted to see that really long wick, but we're not seeing it. We're starting to see that buying pressure really start to take on over on this candle. I wanted to see that selling. I wanted to see that selling pressure, but we're not really seeing it. This thing wants to continue to push, and that's exactly what the SPY does. The SPY just wants to continue to push and push and push. It's unfortunate, but that's what happens. I should have taken the small loss, but now I'm down around $60, $70. So on this trade, nothing crazy, but PRPL possibly breaking the downtrend. Possibly a double bottom break of the downtrend for PRPL. $86.66. I do think we have room down to VWAP. I was just buying at the wrong time. I should have bought some calls. Really should have bought some calls instead. The SPY just wants to continue. That's what the SPY does. It just moves on very little volume and wants to continue to push. S&TI went crazy. It did go crazy. S&TI, holy cow, ripped up to 270 and then dumped on off. SPY breaking up, making new highs. I want to see this thing pull back. I want to see it. We are overextended. RSI is. We have made some RSI divergence. I mean, not really. We are making some higher highs. So let's see if this thing can start to get rejected. If it doesn't, I might just have to cut it for probably a $70 loss. But let's see it pull back. I like this candle. I want to see it continue to pull back. Not down as much as I thought, which is good. WebV unhalted, or WBEV. Let's see the SPY continue to pull back. I like that rejection. I want to see this thing continue and break below this trend line. If we break below this trend line, I do think we have room back down to 23.86.21, and then I might look just to get out and cut my loss. Let's see this thing dump on off. Let's see it dump 20-30 cents on this candle. Break below 386.75. Break below 386.35. Sorry if you guys can hear that. I don't know what's going on outside. Oh, it's bush trimming. So if you guys can hear that, I am sorry, but the RPL is looking pretty good. I want to see a squeeze over VWAP and the nice consolidation to break up to 420. I want to see the SPY break lower. Yep, break below this area, break below 386.75 and continue to fall. Break below and continue to fall. That's what I like to see. I don't want to see the SPY continue. I want to see this thing continue to pull on back. I'm going to look to see if I can get out at around $4 on this options price. If we can pull back to 386, I'm going to get out. Depending on the price action, obviously. But let's see this candle continue to dump on off. I do like the 1 minute. We have 5 seconds left. I want to see it continue to pull on back. I like that we made a new low. Not a huge fan that we wicked above, but let's see if we can get continuation lower. Maybe maybe a false breakout over the high and then kind of pulling on back. Break 386.60. Break, there it is. Break lower. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Continue to pull on back. I don't like to see that candle though. I do not like to see that doji candle. I do not like to see that doji candle. I might just have to jump out here for a small loss on the day. Don't like to see that doji candle. We are seeing, like, I mean, RSI is very high. It is kind of from the previous high to this most recent high. The RSI is the same. Not really RSI divergence because it would usually be lower, but it is giving me pretty good confirmation that we are going to continue pulling back and just using it as a validation for my thesis. Let's see if we can really get some action here and continue to pull on back. Let's see it break under 38.60, 38 386 and 50 cents. If we break below that and continue to fall, I'm going to probably look to cut it. There's 34, down $34, and see this thing continue to pull back. I want to see it break through 20 EMA. I want to see it pull back to around 386. If we can pull back down to 386, I would be happy with that. Down 30 bucks on the trade. 380. Let's see this thing continue to pull on back, and I'm gonna look to jump out for a very small loss. Let's see it continue to dump on off. We're at the 200 SMA right now at this area. If we dump through this, I think we're gonna continue lower. We had a good doji candle high or inverted hammer at the top. So let's see if this will continue to dump to the downside. I want to see it below 386. If we see it below 386, I think we have room down to VWAP at 384. Not so much of a channel, not so much of a wedge, but SHPH. Moving on up. See if it crosses over VWAP. We could have another retest, which is to be expected. Another retest of probably 3860, 3872, maybe even 3860, 73. Very light volume, and let's see that pull back down to 3860. See the sellers start to take advantage. Let's see the sellers start to take control. There it is, that candle. Let's see this candle flip bearish. If this candle flips bearish, we're most likely going to drop 30, 40 cents in the next couple minutes. BCAN halted up. BCAN is halted to the upside. This halted at 10:52.11. We're going to be live at 10:57.11. There's this candle, flip bearish and close bearish. That would be ideal. And then see this thing continue on dumping on down. That's what I like to see. Let's see this thing continue to dump. Break below 23. Break below 23. There's the break below. Let's see this thing continue. Down $20. Nothing crazy. We are most likely going to get a bounce, so I think I'm going to cut it here. And just take the small loss. I'm down $19 in the day. I lost $38 on that trade. But I'm glad I was able to just get out at a reasonable price. So it could continue to dump on off, and I might have been able to continue to get more and continue to profit, but I really didn't want to trust it. The SPY is notorious for, on light volume, just continuing to squeeze higher and squeeze higher. We're above yesterday's high. We're now coming down and testing Friday's high, excuse me. So I do think we could get a bounce here, as well as we're at the bottom of the trend line. So I don't want to hold this higher. I just wanted to cut it and take a small loss. I think that was the best possible scenario for me. Who knows? We might see whoa, we don't want 1K. We'll do 80. We'll see 80. We're gonna be live at 10:57.10. 10:57.10 is the unhalt level for BCAN. What's the SPY doing? The SPYs. Let's see if it continues to dump. I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna take what that is. I took that loss because I did not cut it early when I should have. This thing could continue to dump on off, but I had to cut it just in case. 942, which is fine. It could continue to pull back, but I did not want to hold this into the BCAN's going to be live here soon. What about Hollow? Very, very choppy. We have PRPL possibly starting to maybe get that squeeze over VWAP. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom. BCAN is going to be unhalted here in around 40 seconds. There was that small bounce, very light volume. This thing could continue to dump on off. Didn't want to hold and wait, just I wanted to take that loss because I did not follow my plan and I was holding. So I would gladly take that loss. We have bids at 11 and asks at 780. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna look for around $1. If I can catch $1 out of this play, I'd be happy. See, gap up and then pull back to this area. Gap down. SPY's continuing to pull back, now below the trend line. I think we could see this thing absolutely dump on off. Did not want to take it though. It's a little too risky to hold. BCAN 955. Now we're starting to get some action. Now we're above 950. $973. Let's see if we can come up and touch 11 from BCAN. $10.29 is the halt level. Let's see if this is starting to get halted. If this starts to get halted, I'm going to jump in. $10.55 is the halt level. $10.60 is the halt level. And I'm glad I sold because look, it's just climbing back up, and it still could pull back, but. $10.73 is the halt level. And 40. 10.73 is the halt. Break above and get halted. $10.46.50. Starting to climb back up. I'm so glad that I sold there, guys. That's what I'm saying. Like, I did not want to risk it. We're popping up. I think that this very well could just be a new high. Give me 1 sec. Someone's at the door. How you doing? Thank you. Shelton.
Thank you.
You as well. All right, sorry, some packages were being delivered. Here's the pullback on BCAM. Watch for it to get halted. if we break this trend line, I do think we're going to pull back a pretty decent amount. Let's see if we take a low to the high. I think we could see a pullback down to VWAP. I think we could see a pullback down to VWAP. That's around 2 points away. Let's see if we can get some action. Looks like we're just kind of building up. I want to see a nice double top. And then eventually a break. We have BCAN at 960. Let's see if this thing can get some action and continue pushing higher. We have very light volume on this retracement, so it doesn't look like the buyers are actually in control yet. Now we got some buying pressure here. Haul over the upside is 1086. 1075, excuse me. BCAN doesn't look super good on the 5-minute or 15-minute. I mean, it could be a little flagged, but this is room up to $11. Up to 11, we have 1190 at VWAP. 1075 is the halt level. If we push it up to there, the halt level will probably be above $11. Let's see a nice push lower and then a soaker candle and that squeeze higher. What's going on with the SPY? The SPY looks like it's going to continue to dump on off. We are kind of building up on this trend line. If we do break below, I do think we're going to see this thing pull back down to VWAP. I like this. I like the retest on the 15-minute and the 10-minute. It looks pretty strong. It doesn't look pretty strong, sorry, it looks pretty bearish, breaking over the high of this previous candle, now pulling back. We are kind of flagging here on the 1 minute. Let's see if we can break below. Looks like we could be breaking this downtrend. I think we have room up to 4 and eventually even 422, 424 on the SPY. We have BCAN. Again, I think we could see BCAN break through VWAP, possibly. Want to get some action. I want to see the SPY squeeze over the highs and then absolutely get hammered to the downside, and that's when I'm going to be looking to jump in. There's the break. Let's see this thing continue to dump. I like that volume, nice double top. We see that we are breaking this trend line and we are breaking the trend line on the options price. Let's see if we can get a good fill here and possibly catch around 30, 40 bucks on the drop down, possibly even more if we do some. I like this flag. If we break higher, if we continue to hold this level, if we hold $9 and see some pressure, I think we could squeeze up to 10, possibly even 10.50 and eventually 11. So let's see what happens here. We have some increasing volume on this candle at 950. We're at 950 at the moment. Don't really want to see it break up or down. We have around $20 a spread, 20 cents a spread, $20 a spread. That would be madness. Starting to see this thing dump on off. You could see this thing flag, but it doesn't look like it wants to flag. Now below. We're at 380. Oh, I jumped in a little bit too late. Should have jumped in a little bit higher, but I like to see that confirmation. Then I want to see this retest. Retest of around 20, 30 cents. Or I want to see get around 375 is going to be the entry. Again, it's 10 points away on the options price, but let's see if we can get this action. See this retest and then that continuation break. Don't want to see that candle at all. Really do not like that candle. Nice wick, wicked out everybody. Let's see that volume. If the volume really starts stepping in. We 30 seconds left. This candle closes high. I mean, that's going to be pretty bullish. Let's see if it actually wants to break and continue higher. VCAN now down at 930. Let's see if it breaks lower at 910. Not breaking lower. Let's see the thing close higher around 940 with good volume, and I'm gonna look to take that the momentum higher up to 1050, $11. If we can actually hold and don't break below $9. Holo starting to get some increasing volume on this candle. VCAN, let's see it hold. Did not like this candle. I think I'm going to be done with the SPY. It's very choppy today. VCAN. Let's see it. I want to see it hold 9, and then I want to see the buying pressure start to take it on up. All level up is 1061. All level down is 880. What about Holo? Holo starting to get possibly some action. We are low. We had very, very low RSI. I think we do have room back up to VWAP potentially, but I don't know. I want to wait just a little bit more. There's the SPY. Dumping on off. Done. Looks like there's the nice break. Looks like we're going to continue higher or continue lower. Let's see a nice bounce. And then I want to see breakthrough 386. Breakthrough 386. We're coming all the way down to 385. Ooh, why does my hand or my finger hurt so much? Ooh. VCAN. See if it starts to get some action off this $9 support. If we do start to get some action, the 5-minute candle will give us a good opportunity. I want to see it break over 950 and continue to hold, and I'm going to look to take more. See a slight bounce on the SPY and then a nice pullback. VCAN. The RPL back above VWAP. Let's see if it can hold. This could continue to break and squeeze up to 420. Around 30 cents away. Let's see if the SPY can get a nice small bounce and then maybe continue to pull back. We're seeing this push higher. Oh man, I got in at 380. I want to see this start to pull on back. Not what I wanted to see. But I do think we're starting to gear up to break down to VWAP. So let's watch these. I do think we're going to see a nice pullback. $36.58. This thing wants to continue to run. This could just be a retest. Very light volume. I want to see it start to dump on off. I want to see this 5-minute candle start to get rejected off the trend line and continue to go lower. Don't want to see it. We are continuing to break higher. Very good volume. If we don't start to get rejected here, I am going to have to cut it. If we don't start to get rejected here, I am going to have to cut it because let's see this squeeze over the high and get rejected. If we don't get rejected, I'm going to have to cut it. Yep. SPY wants to continue to move higher. See very light pullback, not really seeing that pullback. We have 30 seconds left on this candle. We are back above, but let's see it start to get rejected. It doesn't start to get rejected here. This candle has to start pulling back below this. Yep, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see it start to get pulled back. Now flip bearish. Have this candle flip bearish. That would be very good for us. This candle flips bearish. That would be extremely good for us. 50 seconds left. This candle is now bearish. That's very good. Increasing volume. That's exactly what I like to see. And now I want to see this momentum continue and break through 386, excuse me. I like the break over the high. I want to see this thing continue to pull on back. I do like also BCAN for the possible squeeze higher. There's a 340, yep, let's see this thing continue to pull on back. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I like that. I like this wick. I do like the 5-minute. The 5-minute looks good. I think we have room to pull back $1 or so. So I'm going to let this be. I'm going to look at BCAN and see if I can get a good entry on it. The 5-minute looks pretty good, like a nice flag. We broke over the previous high, now getting rejected. I'm not a huge fan of that. We're at SPY's at 42, 38. Let's see this thing continue to break on off and continue to pull back below 386. I think we definitely are going to break lower. The 15-minute and 10-minute both have really high. Shorty's now available on a cash account. I have a cash account and Holo I can short. What? You can short? No way. I'm going to try it. I have a cash account too. Oh, it's halted, so I can't really do much right now. I want to see this continue and break lower. Break below 386. We're 20 points away, 20 cents away. I think we could very well see this thing continue to dump on off. We're 10 cents away from this key area at 386. And then we're going to see this thing continue to pull on off. Let's see it dump on off over below 386. What's going on the BCAN? Can I short it? You're not, short sales are not permitted. I can't short. There, we broke below 386. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Now let's see this thing continue to dump on off. I'm up 20 bucks on this play. Let's see this thing continue. I want to see this continue to pull back. I'm liking BCAN possibly for the squeeze higher. I want to see the SPY continue to pull on back. I do like that we broke below. Let's see this thing continue to pull back. And let's see this pull back all the way down to 385. 385 is going to be my targets. It's around $1 away at the moment. BCAN at 450. And let's see if BCAN is going to break 9. BCAN breaks 9, we're probably going to be done for the day. But if we start to get some action to the upside, I do think we're going to get halted. The SPY is back above 386, which is fine. Very light volume. I expected it to be to retest, but I think it's going to continue to go lower. So I'm going to just, all I'm watching now is BCAN for that move higher. I really want to start to see some volume. That 5-minute looks very good on the flag. This is very risky. We're starting to see that push up to 970. Let's see this thing break up and continue to squeeze up to 11. Very light decreasing volume. I do think this is going to continue to pull back. We still have 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle, so let's see if we can get a pullback. I don't want to see it close above 385.90. I want to see this. I want to see the 5-minute candle continue to close lower, and let's see if that 5-minute candle or the 1-minute candle wants to continue to push lower. And that 385.84, which is what I like to see. I want to see this thing continue to pull on back. I do think we have more room lower. Not a huge fan of that doji candle. Not a huge fan of that doji candle at all. We're back above the high. Let's see if this thing wants to continue to pull back or continue to squeeze higher. Minute 380, so I'm still in profit at the moment. That's exactly what I wanted to see, a bearish reaction off this doji candle. I don't want to see any buying pressure here. This could be flagging for the break lower. We have BCAN at 990. See quick pullback. Alt level, I mean, we are only, the spread is not too big, which is what I like to see. This thing very well could break, and I missed my entry off 986. There, the SPY's dumping on off now. SPY's dumping on off now. That's exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. Now let's see it continue. That's exactly what I wanted to see. We're at 314, then at 380. I'm up 30 bucks on this. Starting to pull back. Now in profit, but let's see the SPY just continue to pull on back. Let's see the SPY continue to pull on back. We're not really seeing too much selling here. We did see that big selling pressure. Now we're getting an indecision candle. Let's see if the move wants to continue to happen. I like BCAN. I think we could see BCAN absolutely squeeze. There's 1002. 1072 is the halt level. So this thing continue to dump on off and continue to push lower. I got filled really, I mean, not bad. I'll take that. I'll take $16 in the day. I'm back to profitable. I could have waited a little bit longer, but it just, I don't know, not too sure. Wanted to just cut it and take the winner. Even though I probably could have gotten another 10 points out of it, but it's okay. BCAN is at 10, 11. This thing's starting to get some action. And it's continuing to drop. And it's still continuing to drop. All level down is at 9. Wow, this thing is just continuing to dump on off. Would have been up almost $100 on the trade, but I didn't really have a reason to sell, but I just wanted to make sure that I was in profit during the day. Just got a little bit too fearful. And this thing is absolutely cruising. That was a great entry. Just didn't want to hold. Should have held through VWAP, should have held 2 VWAP. That was my original target, but I did not hold. Give me 1 second, guys. My wrist is really hurting. I have to, I'm gonna wrap it up. So give me 1 second. The SPY is at 384.90. And we have PRPL starting to break out. PRPL starting to break out. Room up to 420. You can see a pullback. Looking to jump in. Go look at BCAM. BCAM's looking pretty good. Let's see this candle close. I like the 5 minute, how it's a doji candle. Or it's a hammer candle. There we go. Nice. No, let's pull back just a little. I want to see this. I want to catch this squeeze. If there is one. Not too sure if there will be. Man, those puts would have printed for me. They did print for me, but I just didn't hold them long enough. Man, that was a beautiful trade if I held it. I would have been up $100 on that trade. Would have definitely been able to hit my goal and knock out my loss. Just wasn't able to hold it. Didn't want to. I was taking some heat with the beginning and then just didn't hold this one. Need to hold my winners longer and my losers shorter. So unfortunate. Oh, there's the dump. Haul level down's 9. Looks like we're about to get halted downward on B-Can. I'm thinking we do need to see a bounce from the spot, but I don't think I'm going to trade it. I think I'm going to call it a day here. I'm up $16. So I think that is it for me. Plus 16. I'll take it. Not my goal, but it is green. So I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. And as always, have a wonderful day. For peace.